I've watched some of your videos and appreciate your approach. I'm reaching out for an opinion about a reining horse I purchased about 10 months ago. We have recently learned his full story. He is now 7, he was started at a well-known reining trainers in Arizona, and then was given to an abusive trainer in California that pulled on his face until he had nowhere to go but rear up. He was sold to brokers, and then we purchased him. I have been riding him and have not experienced this behavior. My fear is that I will go to collect his face, as we do in reining, and things won't go so well. Do you think this behavior would reoccur, especially in a show pen or warm-up arena?
You know, obviously with these type of questions, I'm just speculating because obviously I haven't seen the horse, I haven't seen what the problem was, and either of you for that matter, you're just hearing this secondhand. All I can tell you is this, is if you start slowly and you start collecting him at the standstill and get him soft at the standstill and then get him to collect at the walk, and then the trot, and then the lope, and eventually the gallop, if there's going to be a problem there and he's going to revert back to bad behavior that he's learnt in the past, it's going to show up long before you get to the show pen. Because anything that you're going to do in the show pen, you need to be practicing at home. So I don't think you need to worry about him doing that at the show pen. Now, some horses develop really bad habits in the show pen, meaning that they act really good outside, ride like an angel inside. But when you go in front of the judge, they've learnt that they can get away with bad behavior. They won't stand still when you go to spin them in the reining, or they learnt to run backwards and avoid turning, or something like this. Those problems, yes, they will for sure show up when you show them. They won't do them outside. Do you know why they won't do them outside? The horses are just like kids. They know when you're going to tune on their ass and when you're not. See, outside in the warm-up pen, you can still correct them for bad behavior. When you walk in front of the judge, it's all pretty. Let's be good now. You got to trust them a little bit. So, and those horses figure out very quickly that they can make mistakes and get away with small things in the show pen, and you're not going to correct them for that. So those horses can develop a whole other set of problems. It doesn't sound like your horse has got that. From what you said, it's got some other problems going on. Okay, so I would just start slowly at the walk, build up to the trot, build up to the canter. But remember, get him soft and supple laterally first. Lateral flexion's the key to vertical. Ease your way into the vertical flexion, okay? My concern is this, okay? After listening to your question, here's the things that go through my mind. As, I trained reiners for over 25 years. I've been in the industry my whole life, okay? Here's what's going through my mind. It was with a well-known trainer in Arizona. Somehow it left his program. I would suspect, keyword suspect, if it was any good, it'd still be in his program. So the horse either lacked athletic ability, or it lacked talent, or it lacked a mind. Some horses are very talented and got great athletic ability, but they're really just shitty-minded horses and don't want to be trained. So for whatever, one of those reasons, it left that professional's barn. Then it went to this horse broker guy. And for whatever reason, he got into a fight with it. He got into a tussle with it. He got into problems with it. And then from there, you've ended up with it. Okay? So I'm kind of just guessing the horse has got some issues there, that it either wasn't talented enough to be a reining horse, or didn't have the mind to be the reining horse, or didn't have the athletic ability to be a reining horse. Because if it was, people don't dump reiners that are really talented horses. These horses are so expensive now, you just don't wake up one day and say, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of a $100,000 horse and send it to a shitty horse broker down the road. That's what horse brokers do. Horse brokers take reiners. Where do you think all the rejects from the cutting world, cow horse world, and reining world go? All the horses that didn't make it. All the horses that didn't have enough athletic ability, didn't have enough trainability, didn't have enough soundness, where do you think those horses go? They go to horse brokers. And then horse brokers funnel them out into the rest of the horse world. Some go into trail riding horses, some go into pole bending, some go into pasture ornaments. They go everywhere. But horse brokers basically take, and I'm general phrasing now, there's different levels of horse brokers too. Like I know horse brokers that deal on a kill pen level. That's the horses they broker, the bottom of the barrel. And then I also know brokers like my late mentor, Doug Carpenter. He was a high-end broker, but he dealt on the best of the best horses. He brokered the finest horses. So there's different levels of horse brokers. But the vast majority of lower-level horse brokers, they're the cleanup guys. There's a lot of money to be made there. They're not trying to make 30, 40,000 on every horse. They're just flipping them and making 2 or 3,000 on each horse, and they might just keep it a week or two and find it a new home. Okay? So it went to a broker for a reason, because there was trouble with it somewhere else. So just dive into it slowly. I'm not saying your horse is a bad horse. I'm not saying he's a big turd and get rid of him. I'm just saying dive into it slowly, build his confidence, and start your vertical flexion slow at the standstill, then the walk, then the trot, then the lope. And if you're going to find a problem where he rears up or something, it'll happen long before the show pen, and you might need another professional's help to help you with it. You remember, when I'm answering these kind of questions, there's a lot of speculation going on because I haven't met you, the horse, and there's a lot of things I need to have the exact right answer. I'm just trying to give you general concepts and ideas that I want you to be thinking about. So start slow as my answer, and then as he progresses, you can build it to faster trot, then canter, then gallop in collection.
Take your horsemanship to the next level. The No Worries Club Premium membership is your ultimate portal to complete your horse training. You'll have access to Clinton's complete training library, thousands of hours of step-by-step instructional videos. You'll master all aspects of horsemanship, from fundamentals to trick training. You'll have access to our exclusive social network that connects you with thousands of dedicated horsemen from around the world. You'll have the method available wherever you are and accessible through the web, your phone and tablets, or your favorite streaming devices. You'll receive 8 all-new training videos per year and the quarterly No Worries Journal, as well as access to the ever-growing video library, Q&As, performance horse series, blogs, and more. But that's not all. You also get free tickets to walkabout tours and priority access to the latest news coming from Down Under horsemanship, not to mention VIP pricing on all of Clinton's must-have training tools. So what are you waiting for? Unlock the ultimate access and jumpstart your training program today.